If you've run or are currently running Google Ads, you have most likely unknowingly paid Google's infamous idiot tax. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can stop paying this avoidable tax. Google's idiot tax, or as I affectionately call it, Google gotchas, are those sneaky little default settings that are embedded in the Google ad system that quietly sabotage your ad performance. Having managed over $20 million in Google ad campaigns across hundreds of nations, I've uncovered exactly how to eliminate these costly mistakes. So in this video, I'm going to show you 3 simple and easy gotchas that you can implement today that will avoid paying this tax and save you thousands of dollars in wasted ad spend. Now, before we dive into these 3 gotchas, to make it really easy for you, I actually put together all 14 of these Google gotchas in a handy Google Ad Gotcha guide. I'll put a link in the description. Make sure you download it so you can implement all 14 across your account and stop wasting money. Now, the first big gotcha I want to talk about is something I see again and again. Honestly, it's shocking how common this is. I've audited thousands of Google ad accounts, and I can confidently say this is the #1 reason people end up paying Google's idiot tax. The culprit? It's Google's default setting of combining search campaigns and display campaigns together in the one single campaign. Let me show you an example. Recently, I audited an account from one of our Teach Traffic members, and as you can see here, I went into the settings section of a particular campaign, and you see here networks, it says Google Search Network, Search Partners, and the display network. This means that this particular campaign is targeting all those campaign types. And if we go here into Insights and Reports and Where and When Ads Showed, and under the Where Ads Showed tab, if I scroll down, you'll see all these display placements which are costing this client money and delivering 0 conversions. Now, the problem with mixing search campaigns with display campaigns is that the 2 different campaign types actually behave completely differently. So think of it this way. Search campaigns are like people walking into a store with their wallet in hand, ready to buy and looking for something specific. That's why search campaigns typically have a higher click-through rate and really good conversion rates. Display campaigns, on the other hand, they're kind of like billboard advertising. People aren't in the moment of actively searching for a product or service. They're kind of browsing the web. So this means that display campaigns, their performance is completely different to search campaigns. They typically have a lower click-through rate. They actually have lower cost per clicks, but they also have lower conversion rates. And the result is when you mix these 2 campaign types together, is Google averages the data together, meaning your analytics and the data of the performance of your campaign is going to be completely misleading and almost unusable, because you lose clarity on what's actually working and what's not. So I'm not saying that you should not do a display campaign. They have their place in the world, but display campaigns need to be run in a display-only campaign, a completely separate campaign. So keeping your search and display campaigns separate will give you much cleaner data, clearer insights, and much easier ad management. So to fix this, what you need to do is, if we dive back into the Google Ad account and we go into the settings, if I click this little arrow here, you'll see here I have the option to deselect this Include Display Network. And the catch, and why this catches people so often, is because this checkbox is automatically checked on when you create your new campaign. Be mindful of this when you create a new campaign, and for existing campaigns that are running, be sure to deselect this to stop this from happening going forward. Now, the next big gotcha I want to talk about deals with location targeting, and believe me, this one can make or break your entire campaign. I've seen countless of businesses unknowingly throw money away purely because of this one sneaky default setting. So here's the trap. When you set your location targeting in Google Ads, the default setting isn't just targeting people located in the area that you've selected. It's also targeting people who are merely interested in your area. Now, what does interested mean exactly? Well, it could mean anything. It could mean people who are tourists who are researching the area that you've selected, most likely tire kickers or even bots clicking on your ads halfway across the globe. So in other words, you're paying for clicks from people who will never ever become your customers. Let me show you what this looks like in a live Google ad account. Once again, I've gone back into the settings section here, and you can see here that this particular person selected United States as the country that they want to target. If I click on this arrow down here, you'll see, and I scroll down here and I go to location options. This is the recommended or default setting, which says people regularly in or who've shown interest in your included location. So we don't want the people who've shown interest in, so you're going to need to change this either when you create your campaign or even for existing campaigns to this particular option, the people in or regularly in your included location. I recently audited a different Google ad account for a dental practice that they had also fallen for this trap. And when we dug into their data, we discovered that 22% of their clicks were coming from outside of their entire state, which is crazy for a dental practice. And all because of this sneaky default setting. So by making this change that I just showed you can immediately eliminate wasted ad spend and significantly improve your lead quality. By the way, location targeting has another sneaky gotcha that's costing advertisers money every day. I cover that in my Google Ad Gotcha Guide, so make sure you definitely download it so you don't fall for that trap as well. Now, the third big gotcha I want to talk about involves keyword match types. And trust me, getting this one wrong is kind of like handing Google a blank check, and you don't want to do that. If you're not familiar with keyword match types, here's a quick rundown. Google Ads has 3 main keyword match types: exact, phrase, and broad. And choosing the right one determines whether your ads show up for the people who you really want, who are ready to buy, or people who are just casually browsing. Now, here's the trap. Using broad match keywords is basically telling Google, go and spend my money however you like. It's the quickest way for your ads to appear on irrelevant searches, wasting your budget on clicks that have zero chance of converting. To give you an example, I was recently auditing a roofing ad account, and they had set their keyword roof repair as broad match. Now that sounds reasonable, right? But when we actually looked through the search terms, their ads were showing up for searches like hair transplant repair and car roof fix and movie roof scenes. Thousands of impressions, hundreds of wasted ad clicks, and 0 booked roofing jobs. So the better approach is to, instead of using broad match, use phrase or exact match types. Phrase will allow your ad to appear when the keyword phrase is included in a search, so it captures the intent while also giving you more control over context. And exact match is even tighter. It shows your ads only for searches that really closely match your keyword. You will get fewer clicks, but they'll be hyper targeted to people who are genuinely looking for your service. So making this simple switch can completely transform your campaign. You'll spend less, waste less, and attract people who are actually wanting to buy what you're selling. So if we go back into the settings of a campaign, you'll see there's a section called broad match keywords, and the default setting here is that this is on. It says use broad match keywords in your entire campaign. So you want to turn this off so that you can implement the different keyword match types that I talked about. So the truth is, you don't need a massive budget to make Google Ads work for you, but you do need to stop letting these default settings burn your cash. Avoid paying this idiot tax by separating your campaigns, tightening your location targeting, and turning off broad match type, as well as implementing all the other 14 gotchas we've got in our guide. So make sure you download that, and if you want more tips like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and let's make your ad spend start working for you.